Hello and welcome. Plenty to talk about without doubt. There is so much action happening in different parts of the world. Of course, the cricket action for sure. And from the cricket standpoint, one has to say this that England just got away from jail. Somehow, after 210 minutes, that match was started against Namibia. They got through, and then Australia beat Scotland, and we saw what happened there as well. We saw what happened there with the Australia game. At one point in time, the asking rate through Mitra. Yes, happy Father's Day to you also, to every father. Dada, I think Afghanistan. Dhruv, let me set up the show and we will take all your questions. Be there. Be there. Let me just take some questions from Twitter also, because a lot of questions have come here from Twitter as well, and I will take everything. Don't worry. So there will be plenty of short talk today. But the most important thing that I'm trying to tell you at this point is, how do I set this show up? Number one, we will talk about Australia. We will talk about, is this Afghanistan's 1983? Is this Afghanistan's 1983 is what we are going to absolutely talk about. Because according to me, this could well be the tournament that Afghanistan is waiting for. This could well be the tournament that Afghanistan is waiting for, because it has a team. We will also talk about football. We will absolutely talk about football and the AIFF. Has the AIFF given up? Because I've spoken to people at AIFF again. Has the AIFF given up on the fact that FIFA and AFC have not responded? Has India given up? I've written a piece for Economic Times today on that. I have, so that is something that we will talk about also. Yesterday night's Euro action, Spain was clinical against Croatia. We'll have a chat about that, and I'll also talk about the Bengal Pro T20. And I consider it inhuman to play games at 1 p.m. And this is not about a criticism. This is about a suggestion for the CAB and the organizers at Iva Sports that, look, please, at 45 degrees, 46-degree heat field, how can you play matches at 1 p.m.? Two of our colleagues, Trisha and Gargi, were both unwell yesterday. So that's the thing of the show. But before I start the discussion in earnest, I have to play this clip for you. Ayush Jindal kept telling me, Boryada, have you seen Rishabh Pant calling Mama Chacha? Yes, it's a video that has gone viral. Devashish Sen is in demand everywhere. Rishabh Pant called him Chacha and then said he's Mama to you and Chacha to me or something like that. It's a most funny video as Devashish and Ishan touch down in Barbados. Here's that video for you. It is very, very funny. Enjoy the video and I will come back and we will get into the Afghanistan topic. And Dhruv, absolutely, I mean, Shopdeal is at the back end. I will take every possible question. So don't you worry. We will take every possible question. There's no hurry. I've got a bit of time today and wish everyone a very happy Father's Day. We'll also have a very special interview with Pulela Gopichand talking about Gayatri. But for the moment, Rishabh Pant on Devashish Sen. Take a look.
Mama, not Chacha.
यार ये वाला फिर से प्ले करो यार।
मामा not Chacha.
ये वाला फिर से।
मामा और चाचा हमारे सेम है।
अब बोले
आपके मामा हमारे चाचा।
ये कहाँ का है देवाशीष दा? नसाउ काउंटी का?
Mama, not Chacha.
यार ये वाला फिर से प्ले करो यार।
Mama, not Chacha.
ये वाला फिर से।
मामा और चाचा हमारे सेम है।
अब बोले
आपके मामा हमारे चाचा।
Devashish Sen is absolutely an absolute delight. Dhruv Mitra writes, Shopnil, you can play the comment. Dhruv says, Mama is very lovely. Absolutely, Devashish is lovely. Dada, I think Afghanistan, Mama is very lovely. Yeah, let's go to the questions. There are plenty of questions already starting to come. Murgir Khamar Chede Morhino Bolchi, even Babu killing it. Manikda Beche Thakle Pakka Jota. I have said this. Let's take Dhruv's question, then I'll go to you. Dada, I think Afghanistan is a beast team. In this tournament, they've done very good bowling, so they deserve to be part of the semi-final. Since 2019, what changes have you seen in this team? Look, Look at that team and look at that bowling attack. Look at that bowling attack. Fazal Farooqi at the top with 4 wickets against New Zealand. Rashid Khan, I don't need to tell anybody about Rashid Khan. Mohammad Nabi, Naveenul Haq, Karim Jannat. This is a beast of a side. And now take a look at that batting order. Let's just go through the top eight. The top eight of Afghanistan can give a scare to anybody. Can give a scare to anybody. Rahmanullah Gurbaz, Ibrahim Zadran, Azmatullah Omarzai. By the way, Azmatullah Omarzai with the ball as well. Mohammad Nabi, Rashid Khan, Karim Janat, Gulbadin Naib, and Najibullah Zadran. Gulbadin Naib can obviously roll his arm over as well. Now, these 8 batters in the top 8, each is an IPL star. Each plays T20 cricket around the world and is a bit of a beast in the format with tremendous amount of experience. Tremendous amount of experience in this format. Rashid Khan, for example, has played IPL for the last 10 odd years, and look at what a star he is. Mohammad Nabi has been around in T20 cricket for the longest time. Yes, Mujib got injured, but Rahmanullah Gurbaz is an absolute wrongbaj now for Kolkata Knight Riders. You know, he's an absolute rock star at the top for Kolkata. Ibrahim Zadran can tonk the ball. Najibullah Zadran with his left arm has been there around, can tonk the ball. Gulbadin Naib, we have seen this time also how impactful he can be. Karim Jannat has played this format for the longest time. This is a hell of a side. This is a hell of a side, and I think they have a very, very good chance. So when I see an Indian side, against an Afghanistan side, Shopnil, you can play questions. Plenty coming. When I see an Indian side, against the Afghanistan side, brilliant. Australia also looking very strong. Absolutely. Did you watch this match? The match today, 13 asking rate at one point in time. Clearly, India versus Afghanistan final. Who knows? Will India be there? Will India be there post the semi-final? Please tell something about Yamal. Yeah, absolutely, Devar Chatterjee. I mean, that's what I'm continuously saying. When I look at this Afghanistan and I'm thinking about 1983, Rashid Khan is as inspirational a leader as Kapil Dev. Look at the experience of Mohammad Nabi, and he brings it that Mohinder Amarnath kind of all-round ability. Rahmanullah Gurbaz at the top of the order is very much like Krish Shrikant. I see a lot of similarities. This Afghan side is top-notch. It is absolute top-notch. So India, when they play Afghanistan in the Super 8s on the 20s, India is actually Eken Babu killing it. Manikda beche thakle pakka jhotayu ekdom. I've already said this to Anirban quite a few times. I had actually said it to Srijit. I had said it to Babuda also, as in Shondip Rai, that Devashish Sen has this innate ability of being Lal Mohan Babu. If you see that series that we had done from Australia, when Bradman's ghost had descended on him during the 2022 World Cup, it was an amazing series. Amazing series when Bradman's ghost came and started giving darshan to Devashish Sen in Australia. Brilliant series. And he had this, innate ability to make you laugh. Without trying to be funny, he's funny. And witty. Not exactly funny, but witty. He's a rock star. He's hardworking. He's very hardworking. He's guiding Ishan. Ishan is doing fantastic work. I'm very pleased. See, Dada, what we are talking the last day, that Gill unfollowed Gills have posted lovely for Rohit. There is some that media house, etc. is rubbish. Someone who follows all that one cricket nonsense. I mean, leave all this. And why do you have to bother about such stuff? I think Gill should file a defamation against such nonsense, and this matter is over. Don't even watch or listen. I mean, come on, yeah. Gill and Rohit, do you follow your wife? Do you even have to? Do you follow your best friend? You don't have to. I mean, come on. Gill and Rohit will open for India in Test cricket, in other forms. Gill is an indispensable part of this Indian thing. But somebody even said some disciplinary action, he will be sent back, etc. Rubbish. Such kind of statements merit a defamatory this thing. And had Gill filed a case of defamation, that website or whatever it is will be taken to the cleaners. I mean, you can't just write false rubbish. Whatever you think of, how do you do that? And you know why? Because you don't know. And you want to create sensationalism. You want to create jingoism. Pakistan, you will get a few followers. You will get some numbers. And you will say, okay, maybe you will monetize what YouTube, that algorithm, some money. That is why the standard of this YouTube kind of journalism, and it impacts you, because everybody is clubbed there is saying, "Arey, there is no credibility." Who says there is no credibility? Who says? So you have to differentiate, Dhruv, and you have to differentiate, and you have to understand what sells and what not. But this Rohit Shubman stuff is bogus stuff. Coming back to Afghanistan, when I see this team, when I see, and I will break this down for you, when I see a Rahmanullah Gurbaz and Ibrahim Zadran at the top of the order, there is power. There is ability to hit those shots. We have seen that with Kolkata and Rahmanullah Gurbaz. Even when he did not play right through the tournament, even when he did not play right through the tournament and came into the IPL towards the very end, the way he had impact shows the potential and the temperament. The 20s that he scored, immediate hitting, takes the bull by the horn. That was excellent from Rahmanullah Gurbaz. So Rahmanullah Gurbaz at the top of the order is quite a handful, and Ibrahim Zadran is extremely good as well. After that, you have tremendous potential. Mohammad Nabi, one of the best in this format for sure, has been there, done that in the Big Bash, in IPL, in club teams. Can Afghanistan? Of course they can. Prothoy Dash. Of course they can. I mean, look at that in a wicket which will assist spin. Look at that bowling attack. Look at that attack of a Fazallah Faruqi with the left arm. With Naveen ul Haq, the exponent of the slower ball. Look at Mohammad Nabi. Look at Rashid Khan. Look at that bowling attack. And I mean, New Zealand bundled out for 75, one of the worst showings for New Zealand in World Cup history. This is a top quality Afghan attack for sure. And you also have Noor. So Noor and Rashid, we have all seen they were plying their trade for Gujarat. So at the very top, so Noor, Rashid, and Nabi, you have three spinners. You have Naveen and this guy Fazallah Faruqi. So you clearly have a left arm, you have a right arm. All your bases are covered. You've got Karim Jannat who will bowl your medium pace in case you need for a couple of overs. You've got a fabulous bowling attack, and on a wicket which might just give a little bit of assistance to spin. Today I was watching St. Lucia. The Scottish spinners were getting. Glenn Maxwell, for example, did not have a clue as to what went on. Did not have a clue. He was squared up. And then Marcus Stoinis played the innings of the game and took it away. I mean, some 59 or 30 odd. Otherwise, Australia, Travis Head was not able to get the ball at that point. He scored a 50 or 44, 45 balls. Then hit those three sixes and against Safan, I think, yes, and got the match away. But it was the Marcus Stoinis innings. Coming back to Afghanistan, absolutely Prothoy, absolutely. They can surprise anyone, not simply Australia. They can very much surprise India. And that's what I'm trying to tell you repeatedly, that this is an Afghanistan side that can surprise anybody at any point in time. And it's fascinating. It's fascinating. Devargo Chatterjee, you're scaring me, Moriada. Afghanistan can be a nightmare for any of the top teams. Of course, Devargo. Of course. And it is not about scare. Why should you be scared? I mean, Afghanistan winning is a story. It will be a story for the ages. Cricket world will come alive. It's a yes, we can story. I mean, imagine. By the way, and it will be such a beautiful circle come true, isn't it? 2010, I was in St. Lucia when Afghanistan played their first game. And Mohammad Shahzad, I have stop all this rubbish, this channels who disrespect players. International level ये लोग ज़्यादा बोलते हैं, अगर इनके हाथ बैट दे दो, बैटिंग नहीं कर पाएंगे. So that why I follow in Rev Sports. Yeah, there are more other reasons, Dhruv Mitra, to follow Rev Sports. Multi-sport, best coverage, credentials, rational, objective, credibility, potential, सब कुछ मिला के there is no comparison. So आप बाकी छोड़ दीजिए. For God's sake, ये सब छोड़िए, आप आराम से मेरे साथ जुड़ जाइए, सवाल पूछिए, coverage follow करिए. Devashish and Ishan have landed in Barbados. We will talk about the women's game as well. The last, what is the final score? We will give you that because we were all following. Trisha and Gargi will report on the women's game, not necessarily our women reporters, but today they have volunteered too. So we will give you every possible sport and give you every possible sport well. 265 for 8 India. Very good innings from Smriti Mandhana of 117. 117 of 127 balls, 12 boundaries and 1 6. Smriti Mandhana was the one who held the innings together because there was a middle order slump. Harman 10, Jemmy 17, Richa 3, then Deepthi with the 30 and Pooja with the 31. a good company, but Smriti Mandhana was excellent. So that's about the women's game. Last time round when South Africa came, this can be a good forum for Indian women's team to beat South Africa and get it ready. I mean, 50 overs and then 2020 and then test match. There is that test match also. But with October rather, being the World T20 for women, this is the chance of the women's team to get their form right and sort of push themselves, because South Africa is one of the top sides in the world at the moment. 265, good score. Bangalore, you got to keep in mind, good high scoring match. So they'll have to bowl well. They'll still have to bowl well. At the end of 30, India was 142 for 5. So generally it gets doubled. So 280 could have been par. India is 15-20 short. So if you keep that in mind, then that is because the middle order slump pushed Smriti Mandhana to be a little circumspect. Otherwise, Smriti has played a fantastic knock. England is still looking weak for me ahead of Super 8 Dhruv. England can be very good, and despite that 11 over, 11 whatever delay against Namibia, the way Johnny Bairstow and the others batted, and they are a dangerous side. That other group is dangerous. South Africa, England, West Indies, three teams which can be really, really dangerous on their day. West Indies at home, and look at that T20 squad looking really, really good. Follow Rev Sports for every news of every sports. Absolutely, absolutely, and that's the point. And by the way, follow our Twitter handle also. Shopnil, can you place our Twitter handle, please? Shumallo Chatterjee, sir, traveling everywhere and in every states of India for supporting Indian football. Blue Tigers, well done, well done. Many congratulations, Shumallo. I will give you the update from AIFF also. The AIFF update. Let me just give you, because you asked me a football question. They are not giving up. Today I had a chat with the senior management, and they have also taken out a list where FIFA was made to apologize. FIFA had apologized, were made to apologize. They're doing a lot with the women's game. They're doing a FIFA workshop, is what I'm told, on the 21st of June or something later. In August, they're doing a 5-day seminar with FIFA. So they are working pretty closely, and they will ask for some kind of an apology. They are not going to give up. I was told that we are clear that we will not succumb to injustice for the national team. So please keep the pressure on. You guys are important. You guys are important to keep the pressure on the All India Football Federation. Through you, we will keep the pressure on the All India Football Federation. Whether it is Kalyan, whether it is Satya, whether it is anyone, people like Ranjit Bajaj, all of us need to get together and keep the pressure on the All India Football Federation. Only then can it happen, and we will. Obhinav Moitro, can USA upset a team in the Super 8? Yes, they can, but that other group is strong. England, South Africa, and of course the West Indies. Look, this is not going to be the New York pitch. This is not going to be the New York pitch that you will have a 110 game, where the bowlers will sort of take control however good a batter you are. The outfield will be worse. Not like that in the West Indies. You will get value. And 150, 60, 160, 70 will become par. In Barbados, even 200 can become par. So it will become difficult for the US. It will become difficult to a degree. It will become difficult for the US. Having said that, they should be brimming with confidence because they have nothing to lose. They are the perfect underdog story. They are the underdog story that no one expected them to make the Super 8 beating Pakistan. They have. Now that they have made the Super 8, this is their opportunity to play one good game. Can Afghanistan beat India? Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, Afghanistan can beat India. If you take a look at this Afghanistan batting, Rahmanullah Gurbaz, Ibrahim Zadran, Mohammad Nabi, Rashid Khan, Karim Janat, Najibullah Zadran, Gulbadin Naib. Look at that depth up to number 8. Up to number 8, they've got decent batting. The bowling with Rashid, with Noor, with Nabi, with these three spinners plus Fazal with the left arm, and we have all seen. We have an issue at the top of the order against left arm pace, whether it is Saurav Netravalkar, whether it is Trent Bolt, whether it is Mitch Stark, whether it is anybody, the Dilshan Madhushanka. So it is an Marco Janssen. So it is an important thing that they have that left armer. Navinul Haq has IPL experience, has the temperament. This Afghanistan side is going to be a quiet hand. And by the way, if someone thinks that it's a major this thing that India will go into the match overwhelming favorites, Afghanistan big underdog, big upset, no. Afghanistan plays as much T20 cricket as anybody. All these fellows continuously play IPL type, Big Bash type cricket. South Africa, Australia, Dubai, all of these leagues they keep playing. Bangladesh League, Pakistan League, X League, Y League. So they continuously play T20 cricket. So it is an even contest. For once, Afghanistan is not a pushover. It is not an upset. It is an even contest. There's no question in my mind. So keep that in mind. It is going to be a one heck of a game. On the 20th, India versus Afghanistan. Just hope that there is no rain. You don't want that rain to happen. If Afghanistan wins this, we wanted Devashish Sen covering the celebration from the streets of Kabul. Now that will become difficult. ভাই তোকে পাঠিয়ে দেবো তুই গিয়ে মিম বানাবি ওখানে দেবাশিস সেনকে এরপরে কাবুল পাঠালে ওর স্ত্রী সুমনা আমার উপর প্রচন্ড রাগ করবে so I can't send him to Kabul but we will definitely cover the celebrations from the West Indies in Barbados because Devashish is actually staying on Ishan and Devashish for 2 days. And by the way, this is also something important. We are not organizations that the moment India loses come back. For them, sport is not important. India is, and this has happened with me also in the past. And I would be shocked. Paris Olympics, other than Neeraj Chopra, who are the other medal hopefuls speaking at the right time? Indian men's hockey in Pro League looked rusty. Not rusty. They're still. I agree with you that they did not have the desired results. 3-2 Germany, 3-2 Britain. But if you take a look, even in that 3-2 Germany game when Harmanpreet scooped that last second, and that should have been scored. Harmanpreet got that opportunity and hit the side post. That should have been a goal. I'll come to this. I'll come to the Paris thing, on the 23rd, which is Olympic Day, and then on. By the way, we have already launched our Paris coverage. Yesterday, if you go and see on the Rev Sports, by the way, Shopnil, can you put out the Twitter handle and keep it permanently next to my name? At Rev Sports Global. Folks, please, for all videos, it is impossible to post everything on YouTube. I hope everyone who is watching on Twitter, on YouTube, on every other platform, you've subscribed to the platform. Please, can you subscribe to the platform and ring the notification bell? Because these things I am not very good at. But I am told that, this is extremely, extremely important. So it is my earnest request to you all that, kindly sort of subscribe and ring the notification bell because it is of paramount importance for a platform that we have you. It is for you that this coverage is happening, and all of you know that our Twitter handle got hacked. Shopnil, are you there at the back end? If you could kindly at Rev Sports Global, that is our new Twitter handle, if you could put it permanently next to my name, the new Rev Sports Twitter handle @ Rev Sports Global. If I could request you all, @ Rev Sports Global is the new Twitter handle. If all of you can follow that, if all of you can follow the new Twitter handle and subscribe to the Rev Sports YouTube channel, ring the notification bell and back us. It's extremely important for all of us. Shopnil is writing to me, বানিয়ে টিকার বানিয়ে নিচ্ছি একটু টাইম দিন হ্যাঁ তুই টাইম নিয়ে অনেক সময় আছে but put it out. So kindly, I mean, all of you who are watching, please can you subscribe and follow the Twitter handle and subscribe to the platform. Coming back, the reason I say Afghanistan, and when I take a look at that Australian side today, David Warner got out early. After that, Travis Head was finding it difficult. Mitch Marsh 9 of 8 against quality spin suspect, especially Rashid Khan. Noor, they haven't played much. The wrong one. Australia can be beaten. Today, Marcus Stoinis got away with it, but Marcus Stoinis is not the greatest against Rashid or Noor, and we have seen that. We have seen that in the IPL when he plays for the Lucknow Super Giants. So Marcus Stoinis is an extraordinary form and managed to win it against Scotland, but Afghanistan is no Scotland. And I'm extremely hopeful. That's why I'm continuously telling you that I do think there is a real chance that Afghanistan can or has the ability and the potential to be able to push these teams. So it's very, very important for Afghanistan to do justice to their talent this time around. Yes, who's asking me? Hello, Boria, happy Father's Day. Yes, we will take some Father's Day stuff as well. Any update regarding BCCI future plans for Mayank Yadav? Of course. Mayank Yadav, like I told you the other day, the BCCI will have to take care of him. I'm sure if Gautam Gambhir becomes coach, Gautam Gambhir will take care of him. And by the way, the announcement, there was a lot of news points that Gautam's announcement will happen in the last week of June. It is not about last week of June. Let me clarify that also. When is the Gautam Gambhir announcement supposed to happen? It is common sense. My friend Abhishek Tripathi had tweeted last week of June in Dainik Jagran. But Abhishek is also using his common sense because at this point the World Cup is on. So when the World Cup is on, Rahul Dravid is the head coach under whom this Indian team is playing. If you make the announcement of Gautam Gambhir today, you are actually disrespecting Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma. BCCI will certainly not do that. And BCCI has played it very, very well. Very well. Credit to them. They have given Gautam his space. They have given Rahul Dravid his space. This is his last World Cup. It is his last tournament. The man deserves his space. He has taken the team to the Caribbean, and there is absolutely no hurry. By 1st of July, the new coach needs to be in place. There is ample time. So the moment India's campaign in the World Cup comes to an end, will you see the new coach appointment happen? That is the fact. So it is not about the last week of June or the first week of June or whatever like that. It is contingent on, by the way, follow at Rev Sports Global. Kindly follow this Twitter handle because all our breaking news, all our announcements, including those from the Paris Olympics and all, will come there. Will come there. Jaiswal, a very good record in the West Indies. Yes, possible, but I do see India still starting with a Virat Kohli and a Rohit Sharma, but it's a possibility, Devargho. Should India continue with the same batting order? I don't see India tampering with the batting order, at least in the first game. Dhruv following already. Very good. I mean, tell your friends and family, tell everybody, Dhruv. It is very, very important that people follow. And Shagnik and people yesterday who supported us with Super Chat, thank you very much. It is a platform that is for you. So we have opened that Super Chat thing also. I did not even have a clue that such a feature actually exists on social media. We have opened that feature. Any support that comes our way with folded hands, thank you very much for that. I will make this very clear that we are not going to be dependent on social media numbers or anything. I've asked Rohit, I've asked Shubhan, I've asked Debashish, Ishan, the 45 people who now work for Rev Sports. It is about quality coverage. Please talk about Sumit Nagal, of course. In second challenger final in 2 weeks and won the last. Number 77 can be a direct entry sports fan into the Olympics alongside Rohan Bopanna. If he does make it, what a journey it will be. Starting the year, no this thing, and then making the Grand Slams and winning the first round in the Aussie Open, and then making the French and not being able to do it there, and then two challengers back to back, rising to number 77. And if he can win this one, almost sort of a direct qualification into the Olympic Games, absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational from Sumit Nagal. Read the piece that Kannan, my colleague Kannan, have done for Rev Sports on Sumit Nagal. We have covered Nagal more than anybody. We have covered Rohan Bopanna more than anybody in the last few months because we have a dedicated team. There are people writing tennis, there are people writing women's sport, there are people writing Olympic sport, for cricket, for football. So it's a very team. There are 42 people now in Rev Sports. Yes, including finance, 35 plus journalists. That is the kind of strength we now have. I think it's the biggest sports team in the country. It is the biggest sports team in the country, and we will bring you multi-sport to the optimum. Make no mistake about it. Absolutely no mistake about it. So any and every question that you have will be answered. Did Australia underperform against Scotland? Not at all, yeah. Not at all. I mean, look at it. 13 asking rate, and then the way they performed. I mean, match was over 70. Last 12 balls, 12 runs. They were just going merry. Yes, you can say Tim David hit that shot which was dropped at mid wicket, but the game was over. At one point, asking rate 13. They had brought it down to run a ball with 3 overs to spare. Where is the question of underperforming? And Mitchell Marsh went and actually said in the post-match press conference that when they are pushed, the best comes out. And that is true. That is actually true. Look at the way Travis had hit those 3 sixes after not being in the greatest of touch. Look at the way Marcus Stoinis batted today. Brilliant. 59. He's a very close friend of mine, and I know what this World Cup means to Marcus Stoinis. I absolutely know what this World Cup means. In fact, on that note, Shopil, you have a Marcus Stoinis clip, right? You have a Marcus Stoinis clip on Australia and the World Cup when I had spoken to him some weeks back when he was with Lucknow, when he was talking to me about Australia and the World Cup. Can you play that clip, please? Shopdil? Shopdil, are you there?
I see a Jake McGurk, I see a Travis Head, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Unbelievable team.
It is exciting. I think obviously the last 3 or 4 years have been good for Australian cricket, whether it's Test cricket or
You all won
T20
everything.
cricket. And look, to be honest, I think the team is gelling and getting even closer and getting even better, and understanding the style of cricket we want to play. And guys like Travis Head and Jake Fraser McGurk coming in now, I think if he gets his chance, I think he's more than ready. But I also think that doesn't mean anything in terms of winning championships or winning World Cups and that sort of thing. We've shown that before. We probably haven't been the best team, but we've been the best team on the day or in the
21
tournament.
in Dubai.
Yeah. So as much as it's exciting for us, and we've got that experience now, and we have won some, again, it guarantees nothing.
Last few questions. One, these kind of totals, 240, 50, etc. Do you think the World Cup will be like that? Or because I was seeing CPL scores, 180, only Barbados was 200. Do you think this is, an aberration, or in general scores will be more going forward?
Look, I don't think on the wickets there we're going to see regular 250 scores. Maybe on a day you get a beautiful wicket, there'll be some big scores, but I think, like you were saying, that 180 to 200 is a good score on some turning wickets, on maybe some lower wickets, especially come the finals time of the World Cup.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shoplin, for that. You should have cut it a little earlier, because that last comment wasn't really needed, because that's known. That 250 scores will not happen in the World Cup was pretty much known, and something that we have been talking about it for a long, long time. When you are playing a World Cup like this, you have to be prepared, and that is why I was continuously saying that IPL scores are not important. IPL scores are not important, and I was continuously saying that. So Marcus Stoinis in best form, in his best nick at this point in time in the World Cup, looking extremely good, Marcus Stoinis, and that's something that gives Australia hope that even lower down the order, Matthew Wade comes down. After Matthew Wade, Tim David and Matthew Wade, and they're not even playing Pat Cummins. So the kind of depth that the Aussies have, but needless to say, I mean, this is a fantastic side. Afghanistan, India, and Australia. These three teams Afghanistan, India, and Australia. These three teams in that pool are all extremely strong, extremely strong. And I am of the opinion that some of the matches in the Super 8s, provided the matches are not rained off, could well go down to the wire. And India will not have it easy. Look at India and look at Afghanistan. India looks underdone today. Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma haven't had the best of World Cups. Virat Kohli hasn't been scoring yet. Virat Kohli hasn't scored. Rohit Sharma hasn't really sort of come off yet. So there is a problem there. Should India continue with 4 pacers and Hardik? Maybe not. I think Kuldeep Yadav is key. Kuldeep Yadav might just come into the team depending on the surface. Look at Afghanistan. So you have to see the surface. They will see the surface and take the call. Devargu. It is about the surface, because it will be a high-scoring ground. The Bridgetown in Barbados is a high-scoring ground. Devashish is going. He's gone. Devashish is already there. He has landed. In fact, he was messaging me some time back, so he's definitely there. We will get him on. Give him some rest here, Nishan. But we will get him on from night India time today, so which will be morning in Barbados. And this is Devashish's 15th trip to Barbados, I think. So he knows Barbados inside out. Devashish has already reached. After India and Kuwait match, I was so happy to meet you and clicked a pic with you while you were catching up the car, and you told me quickly traveling to Bhubaneswar, Guwahati, Bangalore for Blue Tigers. Brilliantly. Brilliant. I keep saying it. You are the fan. You guys make the sport, and that is why when an ICC, for example, takes the fan for granted, I get livid. Ultimately, it's about the sports fan. And for you, the IFF needs to fight. For you, the AIFF needs to get an apology out of FIFA. We gave you a number of instances yesterday. Where FIFA was forced to issue apologies. Yes, we know. What is AIFF claiming? They actually want a censure of the referee. So breaking here, what is the AIFF's desire? The All India Football Federation wants FIFA to censure the referee. They want that. They want that, and this has a tradition. Even that Maradona hand of God goal, if you remember, the referee was frozen after that. The referee was not given any major assignment. So they want this to happen. They absolutely, and from what I understand from having spoken to AIFF top brass, they will push for that. They will push for that and not give up, because they also know that Indian fans are upset. Fans like you, the Blue Tigers, Blue Pilgrims, ND Stoppage, all these people, websites which follows for football, they're upset. There is a back channel that is already on between Match and AIFF. By the way, let me give that update also. There is a back channel on. Don't expect any call on Igor Match with urgency. I'm putting that. Don't expect any call on Igor Stimac in the next day or two. There will be a process followed. Igor Stimac will submit his report. A committee of 5-6 members will study that report on behalf of the AIFF. Then they will get into a meeting with Stimac, and then a call will be taken. So if you think that overnight something will happen, someone will resign, someone will blink, someone will give way, there is no major game coming up. There is no real urgency or hurry at this point in time from either end. So nothing like this is expected to happen. If I know right, nothing like this is expected to happen in the next 48 hours. Nothing like this. And I am Vijayan saying something to a website, X should be coach or Y should be coach, means nothing. So wait, because who blinks first? This is a game of attrition now going on between the AIFF and Igor Stimac. So I'm putting this out clearly. Nothing to happen in the immediate future in the next 1 or 2 days. Igor Stimac will submit a report. Igor Stimac will submit a report. That report will be studied by 5-6 member committee of an AIFF, or they'll constitute that committee. And Igor Stimac might also ask the AIFF that why don't you speak to the players about how they have benefited, because the technical committee did not come to the camps and hasn't really seen the work that has gone on. So why don't you take feedback from the players? He might write that in his report. The IFF then will have to decide what they want to do. So this is going to be quite a negotiation for at least some weeks now. So definitely not in the next 24, 48 hours. I'm afraid we are going to see double standards from FIFA here. Of course, Siddharth Sharma. Of course, and that is what we have seen. 5 days have elapsed, 120 hours gone. Have you heard back from FIFA or AFC, or have even a word of apology? Have they acknowledged their mistake? No, they haven't, and that is why the pressure has to be kept on AIFF and on FIFA and AFC by the Indian football fan, that listen, you call us a sleeping giant and it is an important market, so take us seriously. Yes, we know that the result cannot be reversed. People have started watching Euro, but give us something. Suspend the referee, take some action, tell the world that wrongdoing was done. This is not the first time. Against Iraq, against Malaysia, against Qatar, 3 times in the last 1 year. So when Stimac turns back and says that had these 3 refereeing mistakes not gone against us, we would have been in the top 100, he's actually right. He's actually right in saying that, because against Iraq we were leading, against Qatar we were leading, against Malaysia that was an outrageous decision. So these are important matches where India has been made to suffer at the hands of a referee. So had this been reversed, things could well have been different. So absolutely, Siddharth. But that is why we, you, me, and every Indian football fan should put pressure on AIFF and keep asking, what happened to your letter? So are you not taken seriously? Do you not have the powers to push FIFA? Are you going to do some deal? That is why you're not pushing. Ask the hard questions. Ask the hard questions of everyone. And that is our job. It is not anything else. I've asked T-Match multiple times, are you going to resign? You had said you will, then why not? If you are saying that AIFF's promises have not been fulfilled, list the promises that have not been fulfilled and expose them. Because we need to know. We need to know why our football continues to suffer. So that's something that the pressure will be kept on. But at this point in time, I told you, I promised you that I will give you that all of the updates. I'm delighted at the number of questions that you have posed to me. I am delighted at the number of people who have started supporting us. Why you didn't want to cover World Cup, I want to cover BGT series. Nitish Gaming. I could definitely have gone to cover the World Cup. I have sent 2 correspondents, Ishan and Devashish, spending 15 to 16 lakh rupees. It is not about Boria. It is not about Boria going to cover everything. I've covered 25 World Cups in my life. It is about giving it back to the profession and growing my team. Ishan is a young, budding, aspiring, passionate, committed, talented journalist. I want Ishan to grow. Devashish loves his cricket, gives his best. This is where he belongs as a reporter. That's why I've sent the two of them. I will go to the BGT. If I tell you how many of us will go to the BGT, you will say, what? I will send Rohit Juglan. Rohit, I got, and he's again a very passionate, young, bright journalist. I will send Shubhayan. I will go myself. I will take Trisha with me because we will also do production from there. I will take Ogni for Bangla. So there will be three independent feeds coming out of Australia during BGT. There will be an English feed fronted by me. There will be a Hindi feed fronted by Rohit Juglan and Shubhayan. There will be a Bangla feed fronted by Ogni Debashish and myself. Gargi will also travel to Australia along with Trisha, so the Hindi feed will be them. And we are also trying to produce a docu. So plenty of work going on in the background. 7 of us will travel to Australia. Can you imagine the amount of money spent? This is serious stuff, my friends. Serious stuff. We will have the biggest Indian media contingent in Paris. I promise you that. You can hold on to this. You can 41 minutes on this particular show. Make a note. 16th June, Boria had promised the biggest media contingent in Paris from his team. You can hold me to it and say, yes, Boryada, you had said this. Have you stood up to it? Absolutely. VR has to be implemented in the major tournaments, whether in AFC qualifier, World Cup. I agree with you, yeah. I agree with you. It is like, you know what, Saurabh Sehgal, it is like ICC not covering the whole ground. And look at what happened. ICC not covering the whole ground made the whole thing a complete shame yesterday in Florida. Complete shame. Only the strip was covered the previous night. No rain. No rain. Vikram Rathore came to the press conference and said, had the outfield been dry, both teams wanted to play and fans could have gotten a game. It was a shame. It was a shame that the World Cup could not see a game because the outfield wasn't covered the previous night. I mean, come on. You are telling me that 8, 10,000 rupees dollars is what you could not do it, or you did not have the manpower, or did not know that it rains in Florida when it is the hurricane season, when it is the rainy season, when you know that storms will come and cyclones can come and all of that. You did not know, then you did not do your research. Then you did not know your research. Then you did Ekpujolda. So then you did not know your research. Huge respect, Dada. Love you and respect Rev Sports. Thank you very much, Devargo. Means a lot to me and the team. Means a lot to me and the team for sure. So Saurabh, coming to your question, when you are holding World Cup qualifiers, and that's why you are FIFA, it is not as if that you have less money. In matches like this, absolutely you must have VAR. If not, substitute it with something. Substitute it with something. And the fact is, that was daylight robbery. That absolutely was daylight robbery. And no team, no country, no player should have to go through that and suffer through that. That is the point. But today is also Father's Day. I will come back with more. I will come back and finish the show with more intense discussion. But today is Father's Day. Any one of you who is a father, like myself, wish you all a fantastic Father's Day. I mean, children are the best gift to mankind. My daughter, for example, the moment, however tense I am, I see her, I smile. She's the biggest, the most precious gift that we can have, my wife and I. So and as I said, I put it out. 25 years I've lost my father, so I could trade anything that I have to see him for one more time. So happy Father's Day to everybody. We had done a fantastic interview of Pulela Gopichand on Father's Day. What about Gopi Chand and Gayatri Gopi Chandan, that relationship that Gopi shares with Gayatri? I absolutely want you all to take a look at this. We have put out the full video on the YouTube platform. Subscribe and ring the notification bell. I repeat, subscribe to the platform and ring the notification bell. And subscribe and follow the Twitter handle at Rev Sports Global. Shopnil, if you could play the Pulela Gopi Chand clip, please, and I will come back and finish the show in some more time. I just want to go deeper today and talk about relationships. Every time that name is announced and Gopi Chand Pulela is announced with her name, that's not the best feeling always. I mean, we've seen, take an Abhishek Bachchan, take a Rohan Gavaskar, take a Donald Bradman's son, and it's not easy to be a star kid because a lot of pressures are associated with being a star kid. How did she deal with it?
She's generally pretty shy, and she kind of works on her own in some sense. But luckily, she's been able to deliver in the sense she's won all tournaments at the at an age group level. Of course, she also had some bad losses. Um, so it was kind of for me. There was pressure because for her it's a lot more, because when I look at it from her perspective, she's in the academy, everybody is watching her, I am watching her. Mm, her grandmother is watching her, her grandfather
very
is there.
difficult.
It's always eyes on, and the coaches are kind of looking her a little differently. So I don't think I will ever be able to do justice to what she has gone through, but I can tell for sure that we could protect her and tell her that it doesn't matter. But in her mind, probably it does. I've been very fortunate. So whether it's Pranoy, or whether in some sense it's Satvik, or whether it's Gayatri, Teresa, or maybe even Sindhu, Saina to that effect. I think most of the players, they've had blind faith on me. And it's the same with Gayatri as well. So I would tell her random advices which probably don't fall into a logical mindset, and she would follow it to the T. And it's no different for any athletes more, but she can express it back in the sense, because I just spend a little more time with her. She would say, if you're discussing it, and yeah, you'll tell things which nobody tells, and I'm happy to take that advice. So that's something which you feel confident about, that you do this and you're telling them to serve back 3-4 times in a row, or if you're just telling them that you serve and just go to this corner straight away.
What an amazing man. What an amazing man and an amazing father. Brilliant. I mean, love this guy. Absolutely love this guy. One of my best friends, for sure. One of my best friends, for sure. And wish him and his daughter all the very, very best. I mean, Gayatri and Teresa, we know how talented they are. Yes, they were not able to make the Paris cut, but the world is their oyster. 2021, nothing. By the time the next Olympics comes round in LA, they'll be Gayatri will be stronger and physically fitter and will be ready. They've already had success. Take the semifinals in All England. Take the last tournament. Very, very strong. So wish Gopi and Gayatri all the very best. Last few minutes on the show. We've had a pretty long show. Once again, I repeat, subscribe and ring the notification bell. Back us, because need your support. Paris would be extraordinary on this platform. We will bring you every news, every breaking, every event, real time, live. We will have reporters every venue. Every venue. Don't you see Yuzi in the West Indies, absolute champion? Yes, but I think Kuldeep also has a huge chance. I think they will go with Kuldeep first and then go to Chahal, to Yuzi. So maybe Kuldeep first. We have to see who they drop. Will they go with one less pacer, or will they drop Aksar or Jadeja? Because then the batting becomes a little problematic. But in the West Indies, good batting wickets of Barbados, do you need that extra batter? Is a call that India will have to wait and decide after they see the wickets. The team left last night on a charter flight, so they are there. Devashish will give us all the updates from Barbados. But this is where the World Cup starts. The World Cup really starts. Your favorite team for Euros, from what I've seen so far? I support England because I've lived in England for a long time, and I want that country to win because I know what it means to them. So I will watch the England Serbia match tonight, and support Gareth Southgate and his team. But from the evidence at hand, Spain looked clinical, Germany looked fantastic, even Switzerland looked strong against Hungary in that 3-1 win. This is a quality competition. Italy came back from behind and won. I will support England because, as I said, I've lived in that country, taught, studied. So I will support England because I know what it means to them, to win a major competition. It has not happened for 50 years now. So I will. On that note, to finish the show, I will again tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow also I will be able to do 5 at 5. Maybe not on Tuesday, but tomorrow I will, or maybe on Tuesday also I will try. But tomorrow I'll definitely do 5 at 5 live, and watch out for all the coverage. There is a fantastic interview of Trevor Sinclair on England and Gareth Southgate. That's coming up your way. Rohan Chaudhary caught up with Trevor Sinclair, the former England star, former winger, part of the Indian team for a brief while during the AFC. Trevor Sinclair spoke extensively about Gareth Southgate's team. Beautiful interview done by Rohan Chaudhary. That's coming your way at 7 p.m. That's coming your way at 7 p.m. No, Swapnil, you don't need to. Well, I'm just telling the time. 7 p.m. is the Trevor Sinclair interview that is coming people's way. So, uh, delay দিলে হতো একটু এত তাড়াতাড়ি দেওয়ার দরকার নেই that's why I'm saying 7টার সময় 7 o'clock 7 p.m. the Trevor Sinclair exclusive with Rohan Chaudhary is coming up on all Rev Sports platforms. Again, the point is multi-sport. And by the way, South Africa has lost their first wicket. Laura Woolwart has been taken by Renuka Singh. Always gets the ball to move at the top of the order. 16 for 1 as we speak. Tamsin Brits and Anika Bosch playing, Pooja Vastakar and Renuka Singh opening the bowling for India. So it's going to be competitive out there in Bangalore. 265 is the chase for South Africa, 16 for 1 in 3.1 overs. So that's the update from Bangalore. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. is your date with Trevor Sinclair, building up to the big game, England versus Serbia, an exclusive with Rohan Chaudhary for all the Rev Sports platforms. For the moment, thank you very much for your support. Appreciate. And once again, I finish off saying subscribe to the platform, to our YouTube channel, Rev Sports, and to our Twitter handle. Follow it at Rev Sports Global. Thank you very much for watching.